also something they have done over the past 4 weeks. So what is the sustainability class? Well, the sustainability class is a class where we're given the main question of how to sustain life on Mars. During the first 2 weeks, we got to know each other and started on our first hydroponic wick system. A hydroponic or aquaponic system is where you can grow crops or plants without using soil. While we were building our hydroponic wick systems, we also researched about different hydroponic systems that can be used on Mars, such as the ebb and flow and the raft system. After collecting data and making changes to our systems for 2 weeks, the main question was brought back to us: sustaining life on Mars. So Nicole, how do we sustain life on Mars?
That's a good question, Lucy. Well, now that you heard Lucy introduce what we did for the first 2 weeks in our class, which was learn about ways we could potentially grow food on Mars, I'm going to tell you a bit more about our final project. So in the 3rd week, we were introduced to our main problem, which was designing a colony on Mars that would survive there for 2 years, but by bringing only 64 pounds in mass. And we were faced with 4 main problems, which was to grow as much food as possible, by bringing as little mass as possible, by producing as little waste as possible, but by also using as little power as possible. So we were split up into groups of 4 or 5, and each assigned a role to tackle each of these individual problems. So the Mars farmer was the person who solved the problem of growing food, and they designed and produced a prototype of the farming system we would use on Mars. The power engineer was the one who solved the problem of using as little power as possible, and they designed and created a prototype of the system we would use on Mars to power our farm. The sustainability engineer solved the problem of producing as little waste as possible, and they experimented with different ideas and found ways we could reuse materials. And the CAD designer put all of our ideas together and created and designed how a colony would look on Mars. There was also one last role, which was the surveyor, who found a landing site on Mars and determined the resources that would be found there. So now we're all going to go around and introduce ourselves and share a bit about what we did.
Hi, my name is Alan. I'm a sustainability engineer and I recycle feed.
I'm Big Man, and I'm a power engineer, and my job was to find solar panels that were efficient enough and lightweight enough to fit on a rocket ship, but produce enough energy to supply our whole colony.
I'm Charlotte. I'm the Mars farmer, and I built the NFT system, which will grow food for the 4 people who will be living on Mars.
Hi, my name is Lucy, and I took on the role of the surveyor and the CAD designer. So I put all of their ideas together into a virtual prototype on the SketchUp app.
I'm Nicole, and I was the surveyor and assistant Mars farmer, and I helped Chris make an aquaponic system.
I'm Chris, and I'm the Mars farmer, and I made an NFT aquaponic system.
Hi, I'm Brennan, and I use solar panels to power our system.
Hi, I'm Winston. I'm a sustainability engineer, and I created a water distiller that can recycle feed.
Hi, I'm Andre. I'm the CAD designer, and I made a 3D model of the colony.
Hi, I'm Megan. I made an NFT aquaponic system.
I'm Adam. I'm a sustainability engineer, and I found a way to recycle urine for osmosis.
I'm Margot, and I was the CAD designer, and I made our colony on Mars.
I'm Arthur. I created one of the keys of the energy, so I used the sun to power anything.
I'm Jordan, and I created a distillation device which would supply us fresh water.
I'm Virginia, and I was a CAD designer and surveyor, and I built a 3D model of our colony and figured out a place where we're going to build it.
I'm Elaine. I'm the Mars farmer, and I created a NFT system.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm the power engineer. I calculated the energy and made our NFT system work. Thank you.
So now that you've heard a brief introduction of what we've been doing for these past 4 weeks, we're really excited to show your hard work. So it is the perfect time to ask any questions you have. And if you see any of these bright colored note cards around our station, make sure to ask questions because there's a story behind each one of these. So before you move on to our stations, Mr. Blocker has a few words he wants to say. I hope you enjoy your time here and thank you for coming.